everybody, it is me, SearingSorrow, and I'm back for another episode of Bad Fanfiction Reading. It is another episode of Forbidden Fruit, The Temptation of Edward Cullen. Here we go, Chapter 6, The Curse. Author's note, don't all just attack me for the things written in this chapter about Tia's parents. I haven't explained everything yet, and it will make more sense later. I bet it won't. Chapter 6, The Curse. Oh, Edward, with your skin so white, your eyes like amber out of sight, pale angel in my eyes, hair like gold rosy sunrise. Wow, good job. I read the words of my poem out quietly. I written a poem about Edward Cullen. I just couldn't help myself. I hated myself for doing it, but I couldn't get him out of my head, and it was the only way I could deal with my feelings. Suddenly, my mind went black, and I fell into a trance. A tall, pale man stood in front of me, all ghostly and misty, like he was only half there. My daughter, he moaned. Who are you? I whispered quietly. Who is he? I am your father. I am Cass from the Volturi. You're in terror and peril my daughter. Beware of the vampire boy called Edward. Why? I said. You mustn't let him sex you, or the curse of your mother trying to protect you will fall on you. You'll become a vampire, and you will never be safe. Only as a human can you be safe from them. Then he faded and I was awake and Uncle Larry was standing at my door. Oh, we got a curse going on! That was a long scream. Then he faded and I was awake and Uncle Larry was standing at my door. Take your clothes off now, you moldy slut, said Uncle Larry, and he smiles horribly with his yellow teeth. No, I won't, I screamed, but Uncle Larry came over and hit me. I was strong for my size and he was a huge fat man like 300 pounds. Maybe he needs to lose some weight. Or is he a yeehaw? He's probably a yeehaw. At 300 pounds in weight and stronger than me. He took my clothes off and chained me to the bed. I knew he was going to rape me again. But at that moment, someone came running into the room and hit Uncle Larry across the head with a stick and knocks him out cold. Uncle Larry lay there bleeding and I looked up at Edward! OMG, my sweet lady, he cried. What has this frightful a-hole been doing to thee? He's been raping me and hitting me! I wept sadly as Edward unchained me and I put my clothes on. Edward turned away while I dressed and he wasn't perfect on me and he looked down at the poem I had written. For thee. For truth, these are the most beautiful words I've ever seen. It makes me feel so very moved, he cried. I wish I was promised to someone else that I could write poems for thee. Poems? What? Proms? What the heck is a prom? Oh, yeah, I remember Victoria's. It was a prom. That's how it was pronounced. Prom instead of prom. I actually never went to any proms. Ever. Never did. Not even my high school prom. Never. Why are you promised to Bella anyways, I asked. Because I made a promise and I can't break it. It would be rude and ungentlemanly. I think Duck the Great Western Engine is probably more of a bigger gentleman than you are, Edward Cullen. There you go. Well, and one of the reasons is because you're so incredibly out of character. Gosh. Bella never used to be like she is now. When I first met her, she was sweet and shy, was never nasty about anybody, but she has changed and so have her friends. I don't know what made her change. Maybe it is my fault. She just seems angry all the time now. Yeah, that makes sense, I guess, I said. We left the house and went to walk in the woods. We talked about loads of things, and it turned out we had a lot in common. We all liked the same music and movies and books and stuff. It was like magic. Hey, maybe Bella is unhappy because you guys are not in love like you used to be, and you should break up with her so that she can move on and you could both be happy, I say. She was always used to say that she'd kill herself if I left her. I could not be responsible for her death. I just don't get what has happened to her. Like, she used to be nice and sweet, like thou, my lady. And now I'm falling in love with thou, and it is such a darn mess! He hit a tree in frustration, and it broke. No! Get Peter! No, not Peter. Yo, if Henry the Green Engine saw this, he gotta clock someone, because Beige will probably love the environment so much, and then Edward Cullen just gives no craps. He was so strong, I guess, because he was a vampire. Edward was, not Henry. Well, I guess Henry could be, but there's no Henry in this fanfiction, although that'd be funny. Imagine another, really bad Thomas to take into fanfictions, but from what I've seen so far, there has not really been any bad Thomas fics, which is, crazy. There are a lot better fanfics out there for Thomas than there are for Twilight and Harry Potter and Percy Jackson. And My Little Pony. I know. Mind-blowing. You're falling in love with me? I ask, my cheeks going all red and my heart starting to soar. OMG, forgot I said that. He said he looked really embarrassed and it was so cute. He had a big erection too! Stop! I reached out and cried. I thought she said she'd vomited. I reached out and grabbed his hard, throbbing male object. We couldn't control ourselves anymore, and we both fell down on the floor and got naked and made love. It was amazing. It lasted hours. I'd never been so happy in my life. I felt like I could die with happiness. But after a while, Edward started to freak out and cry. I have been such a fool! He cried. He screamed. I should have never let that happen. I hope you can forgive me. I must return to Bella. And he ran away. I could not believe it. It was like my world was caving in all on me. I was so shocked and angry I could not even cry or scream. But as I lay there, I started to feel different. Like really different. I suddenly remember what my father had said to me about not making any sex with Edward or he would turn me into a vampire. That's not how it works! He's supposed to bite you! Goodness gracious. My skin was getting all hard and pale and my eyes could suddenly see a lot clearer than before. I could hear lots of little noises even from really far away. I even wanted to drink blood and I could smell a human coming closer. He was almost here. There you are, you horrid slug. It was Uncle Larry. Where have you been? I'm going to rape you now. Something in me snapped. I jumped at him and broke his neck and drank his blood. I had always been strong for my size, and now I was super strong. He looked so surprised, and it was so good. Soon I dropped him on the floor, and he was dead. What? No friggin' way! So basically, she killed Uncle Larry. Wow. Wait for her parents to hear about that. She'll probably get grounded. Okay, 2 more chapters on this and then we're done! Finally! Thank you! This nightmare's almost over! Ah! Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it and I'll see you guys next time! Bye guys! Bye guys!